What is good, y'all? It's your boy God CEO here, and welcome back to Mount Olympus Gaming. And in today's video, we'll be going over the Kameo Ferra. She just dropped yesterday, and she's pretty interesting and pretty cool. So let's get right into it. All right, so Ferra, this Kameo plays completely different than any other Kameo in the game, and in a good way. So let's get right into some of her moves. The first one is called Lackey variant. So with this move is you do down R1, down in the Kameo, and she's out on screen for the duration of time. During this time, whenever you start hitting your opponent, you build meter a lot more faster than normal, and she also follows. So this is actually a really good move. It can be useful in situations where if you use all your resources, you can use it to call her out and to get that meter regeneration back a lot faster. Now, she can be hit out of this, and when you get hit by your opponent, you actually lose that same meter you gain just as fast. So that's something you should also know. Also, when you call her out, if you feel like you want to switch it up, you can also have her jump on your back and to go into the other moves, and we're actually going to get into that right now. Alright, so now for her moveset. So Ferra goes into what's called a Torr stance, which is when she jumps on your back for a certain amount of time. And during this time, she can help you dash forward, help you dash back. She can actually make you jump, and those are the moves, and they come out extremely quick. Now, when you enter this stance, she also has some attacks. The first one is a mid, hits in 22 frames. The second one is an overhead, also hits in 20 frames. Third move with stand 3 hits in 17 frames and it's a low. And then we have stand 4, which is also an overhead, but it's sort of a delayed overhead. And you can also control the distance. Either you can do the near version or you can do the far version. And the big thing about this is that when she enters this Torr stance, pain and gain, you do down R1, she stabs you, and then now you actually take a lot more damage. And you can do it twice to hit the maximum effect. So I'm going to show you a little bit about pain and gain right now. So with Geras, I have here as an example, this is his regular B&B combo, right? Go into this, let's just do a regular combo, right? It does 27%. Now, if we did pain and gain, and we did that same combo, a massive jump. That was a whopping 37%. And that was after buffing it twice. Also, when you do pain and gain, you also have armor. So if you did it in situations where you have Oki or a safe jump and you went into pain and gain and you're worried about a wake up, don't worry, you have armor while she's doing that move. And that's actually a really good thing. So going back to her regular moveset, you can use some of these moves in mid combos for combo extensions. Obviously, you're gonna have to check your character to see specifically what can connect, but ideally, when you do Torr stands into her stand 2, that always tends to connect. So it looks something like this. Go into a combo, you get the picture. The overhead can also offer some mix-ups, but I don't know how much the mix-ups would be because it is a 20 frame overhead. So you really have to kind of look around and, like I said, just test it out with your character. Now she also has this low, and this low actually travels really far. So look how far you can be. Let's go about almost full screen. You can literally have a full screen low. And this could be good if you throw out Ferra and you're playing, and then the opponent does something unsafe, you can immediately launch them and go into a combo. Now, this is really effective. So at any point, your opponent can get launched. You have Ferra on your back. So not only do you have the nimble movement, but you have a launcher to go into different combos. Very effective. Okay, so now the next thing is you can use her moves as a mix-up, but I don't recommend it because someone can armor through it. It is still very slow because the time it takes for her to jump on your back, then the time it takes to actually do the move, that's gonna cause a bit of an issue. So it's safe to say that you do these moves in the neutral or mid-range area because you actually get some plus frames. So I have the AI set here to block every move, and I have the frame data box on the bottom just so you can get an idea. So we're about the neutral range. Let's restart this. So if you do her stand 1, you're actually plus 5. If you're a bit closer, you're actually plus 3. So you kind of get the idea. You have plus frames when you do that, and that's a good mid. So this is something you do in the mid range. If you do her stand 2, you're plus 1. This is that overhead move. Now if we get a little bit closer, you're actually negative 2. Still relatively safe. Then we have our stand 3, the low, which is negative 2 from the mid-range distance. And up close, you're negative 5. So you can't throw this move out willy-nilly. You can get blown up for it. Maybe not a full combo punish, but you know, it's definitely not your turn with negative 5. And then her stand 4, that delayed overhead is actually plus 4. So with this move, what you can do is you can use it off of certain knockdowns and have this as a setup move, as a meaty, so to say. Now, have I found it personally? No, this is just a starter guide to get you started, to get you familiar with the Kameo and how to use her. And then the last thing in her moveset is she has this air Torr stance. So pretty much when you jump, she can jump on you in the air. So let's say you're trying to avoid your enemy's move. I have General Shao here to do his Devastator move. Well, the move where he slams the axe into the ground and a projectile travels. And I'm just going to give you an idea of how to utilize this. And now you can combo. So this is actually really, really strong because at any point you can launch your opponent into a combo and take damage. And I think this is a really, really effective tool. And that will be it for Ferra. Like I said, she's a really strong Kameo. She offers, I don't know if you noticed on top of the health, but she definitely gives a 150 health points boost, which is much needed for a lot of characters. And with the pain and gain, she's able to take a lot more damage for a duration of time. And yeah, so that will be it for the video. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, drop a sub, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.